Hello and welcome to Gamers Station, and today here I'm with a very special guest, Jason Moffit, which is a producer at Disney Interactive, and we're here at the Disney Infinity 3.0 launch event. So Jason, welcome to the show. It's great to have you.
Thanks, great to be here.
For those unfamiliar who have never heard of Disney Infinity, how would you, in your own words, explain what is Disney Infinity and why people should care?
I think the big thing of Disney Infinity is we were the first game, one of the first games anyways, to mash up all the different Disney characters. So I think in its inception, Disney Infinity was, John Lasseter was a very big proponent of our game, and he wanted to take the idea of the toy box. So when you were a kid, I know you had a bunch of toys, and it didn't matter that they were from different franchises or genres, you probably mixed them together, and you had fun with that. And so our idea was to do that with all of the Disney IP, so all the characters from Disney. So 1.0 was mixing Pixar and mixing classic Disney characters together in the same place for the very first time. What was unique about it is also the toy box mode. So that's the place where you can interact with those characters in any way that you want. You can build anything you want, and you can just create whatever your imagination can put out there for you.
You've been working on Disney Infinity since the first game.
Yeah.
I know every developer has their favorite thing about the game. If you were to pick one thing, one tiny point of Disney Infinity and show it to the world, what would you pick out and show that?
And stepping back, not personally, stepping back, I think the greatest part of Disney Infinity is the toy box, because there's that open imagination, open world. What's awesome about it is, as we've progressed through 1, 2, and 3, we've made it so now you can, almost everything else in the playsets, you can build everything in the playsets, you can pretty much build everything in the toy box games with the exception of a few like cutscenes and voiceovers. I mean, you can do that now in the toy box, and we've seen that from the community. Like, there's such an amazing community in Disney Infinity, and we always feature the great work that they've done. My personal probably favorite is something new to Disney Infinity, which is the Toy Box Takeover version of the game. Oh. So this is a version that to me is that true Disney Infinity mashup that I think a lot of the fans have always been kind of hoping and looking for. So you have like a gameplay mode, a walkthrough gameplay mode that has a story, that has a boss at the end, and you can use all the Infinity figures. So from 1.0, 2.0, 3.0, all those figures that you've collected along the way can play in this mode right out of the bat. You don't have to collect anything. You just put them in there and go.
Besides the obvious addition of new characters,
yes,
are there any other sort of new additions that aren't as publicized? Some smaller characters being added in, or maybe some favorites from the side which aren't on this poster?
I mean, in our starter pack, actually, she's on the poster, but I say this when people are talking to me about it. Ahsoka, I didn't know who that character was at all. Playing with her for the first time, I was like, she actually became my favorite Star Wars character that we have so far.
Just talking about the characters, we're on 3.0 now. Will we be able to use the characters from 1.0 and 2.0 on 3.0?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's a big thing. We've always had the forward compatibility aspect of Disney Infinity, so all of your characters, 1.0, 2.0, 3.0, all of your power discs from 1.0, 2.0, 3.0 can always be used in the toy box, and that kart racer mode will actually utilize some of your old power discs as well that you can, like if you wanted to race in Cinderella's carriage, which was a power disc, right, throw that down, and you can race with Cinderella's carriage in a kart racer mode, so it's really fun, and I think it adds a lot of value to the old stuff that you've collected all the way through from 1.0.
Right. So forwards compatibility generally is okay.
Sure.
Except for, well, there was one thing that doesn't carry over, which is the worlds, correct?
It's the same that we did in 2.0. The play sets do not progress forward. I think we kind of live under the assumption that if you have a 2.0 playset, you probably had the 2.0 game. Even though they don't actually, you can't play the playsets in 3.0, you can take the playset piece from the, like say from the Avengers playset. If you put it down on the base on when your 3.0 game is in your system, you will be able to unlock all the old toy box toys that came out of that playset. So regardless if you beat it or not, if you put the playset piece down, you're going to get those toys.
How much work and how much time really goes into this? Because you were showing us earlier that there's so many developers involved, and
Yes.
so many people involved in this project.
From the moment that we acquired Lucas, we've been thinking about how Star Wars would fit into Disney Infinity. Obviously, that was before 1.0, so 1.0 needed to probably succeed a little bit before we would get to use, you know, Marvel or Star Wars. But since the beginning of 2.0, we actually started working on 3.0 a little bit in tandem. So we hit probably a good halfway through building 2.0, then we started working on 3.0. So I would say it was probably a good year and a half, maybe probably a little bit more even, that we worked on 3.0 to get it to kind of the finished state that it's in now.
Looks like we have visitors. Let's hope they come in peace.
This is the third iteration of the game. So a lot of people out there have been playing 1.0, 2.0 already. So they're coming into 3.0 with their already some established expectations and experiences. So would Disney Infinity 3.0 accommodate new players, like people who are just jumping in saying, okay, I think I'll give it a try, they're attracted by Star Wars, they're jumping in first time. Is it all right for newcomers?
I actually think it's probably easier for a newcomer to come into 3.0. Just because we've thought about it more, right? So in 1.0, we gave you the toy box, and I don't think we gave as much direction, or maybe it wasn't as easily accessible, the direction of how to use the toy box and build in the toy box. We kind of did that a little bit better in 2.0, but in 3.0 now we have this thing called the Toy Box Hub. And so the Toy Box Hub is going to be this, it's your entry point into the toy box. And you're going to have toy box mentors. As soon as you load into the toy box, you'll see these toy box mentors. Each one of those will teach you a different aspect of the toy box, like logic toys and platform toys, and our new farming mechanic, which we built in there, teach you how to use the farming mechanics and how those different vegetables and crops, like there's some funny ones, like you can grow Donald Duck orange juice box trees.
Right.
You can grow plants that have the Mickey Mouse ice cream cones on there. So and those things are used in different ways in the game as well. So it's there's a lot of different things to learn, and we try to package it up for you in an easy way this time. So actually, I think a new user will probably have a better first experience than maybe some of our old users.
Right. So while we're speaking of the users, so since people have been playing for a long time, so obviously the sort of introduction mechanics have been improved for newer players. Has there been anything else where there's been positive or negative feedback on the previous games where you've really taken it into consideration into design choices with 3.0?
We always do. I mean, I think the most front-facing one is the way that we package Power Discs now, right? So, I mean, that's not really in-game, but I'm saying, like, our fans were like, we don't like blind packs, we want to know what we're buying. So, okay, well, here we go. Now we're selling them in 4-packs. You can see what you're buying. It makes it a lot easier to know, like, which Power Disc you have, where you can get it, and you can, you know, it's easier for them for that. But yeah, definitely. What's something that was really awesome that we did in 1.0? So we always had these contests to say who you know, to show off the best toy boxes every week. So we'd feature 5 of them, and there were a few people out there that were continually giving us great work every week. So Avalanche actually reached out to them and hired 4 of those guys. So we've grown that since, but there were initially 4 guys in there to basically come to our Avalanche in Salt Lake City, and what they do is they build toy boxes all day long now. That's what they do for their living. But working after 1.0, working on 2.0, those guys actually gave a lot of feedback and helped the development team to build out the toy box in 2.0 and make it a little bit better, and so on. So yeah, we're always listening to community. We're always trying to improve, and we're always trying to make our fans, you know, at least let them know that we're listening and let them know that we appreciate them.
When is it coming out, and on what platform?
In the U.S. on the 30th. I think that's the 1st of September here. It's coming out on PS4, PS3, Xbox 360, Xbox One, Wii U, iOS, Android. Those will actually, the digital ones will release a little bit later, but pretty close to launch. So iOS, Android, PC, Windows 10. And probably something that I'm completely missing, but all of the major platforms it'll be out on. We will not be on Wii U. I'm sorry, regular Wii U we will be on, sorry. getting
All right.
confused.
Yes, that's a lot of
All the major
platforms.
platforms except for the original.
It's basically on pretty much everything.
If you have a console, we probably have a game for you.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, so there you have it, Disney Infinity 3.0, and I do have to say thank you for including Mulan. That's my favorite Disney movie.
Oh yeah, no problem. Yeah, we'll try to bring them all in. So anybody, we'll try to get everybody's favorite movie in here eventually.
Eventually, yes. All right, so thank you so much for having us. I know you've got a busy day.
Oh yeah.
It's been a pleasure.
Thank you. Yeah, definitely great to talk to you. Thanks.
Sadly, we're at the end of another episode of Gadget Nation, and I'm a bit sad because I have to give this Airwheel back because I've had a lot of fun on it. I have to say, it is an awesome device. If you've had an opportunity to check it out or you're going to, just leave us your feedback. Find us on Facebook. There's also lots of additional content there. You can also find us on Twitter. We'd love to hear from you. In the meantime, my name is Adam Carruthers. Same time, same place next week for more gadget goodness. And once again, a very happy Merdeka to everyone out there. Bye.